board is in the, packet, I had a couple comments on there. One of them, and I'll be handing this over to, Gene, and possibly Kim, I did prepare the request for qualifications for the bridge project, and, took all weekend, I got her done. But, there will be a schedule I'll provide to the board, so you can see, the whole, plan is to have the draft contract for the design engineer by April first. The Troy Exec Committee, the fire department did submit a planning grant, for a potential, merger with, Troy into the East Troy Area Emergency Services District. Talk more about the compost site, the library funding, the multi-use trail, and we're starting the, planning on that. Also, I visited Arden Lake a couple times here last week, and I give a shout out to Rick and Kim Zess, who spent many hours out there clearing out the trails, the, old overgrown trails that apparently were, horse trails, bridle trails from 50 years ago. I also marked the, southeast corner of that property, and I'll be out there, soon marking the rest of it. The town owns 64 acres, and that would be, well, let's see, a map on the wall back here, just, west of Army Lake. The town owns, 64 acres in there. And totally wild, 100% wooded, very little, action has occurred on that land, other than people wandering around, for a very long time. There might be a small, bill presented for some herbicide, because a lot of the clearing that Rick and Ken did, were invasives, and you wanna kill those roots so they don't come back. So we'll be seeing something, and I told him to give it to me, and I give it to you. So.
Can I just
Yeah.
say, as Ken is part of the Parks Committee meeting, wouldn't that bill come through the Parks Committee, and that's
It
why
could.
we allocated funding and have been looking at that property and working on it.
Sure.
And of course, it would be paid by the park.
Yeah.
So to go through the Parks
Yeah.
Committee,
When's your next meeting?
February 3rd.
Yeah, I don't think you'll be up, but you'll be
You
waiting.
wanna wait that long to get paid
That's
for it?
I'll tell them it was your idea. But anyway, it did have a lot of work out there, and, it is a beautiful piece of property, and we're gonna get some moves out of that, so. Again, I'll hand over the RFQ, down there.
Will that be reviewed by the board?
I don't know,
Is that the short list?
no.
Yeah, there's a difference between an RFQ and a short.
This is a request, it's gonna be out to 325 consultants will be getting that request for qualifications. And the reason why it's that is 105 firms, but there's like an average of 3 contacts in each firm. And I was going to send it to the 12 people that do the most bridge design in this part of the state. And the DOT said, yeah, just send it to everybody. And I said, well, we still have a timetable to meet, and they said, yes, you're not gonna get, everybody's been sending out to the full, approved list, and they said expect to get probably 20 back, so we're gonna have to whittle that down to 3 or 4 to interview. But the RFQ is all technical jargon, I don't, we get a draft of it, hopefully in a day or two, I could send it to the board if you wanna look at it, but it's really a DOT, type,
Really?
Is it a request for qualifications or a request for quote?
qualification. Then we'll have, interview 4, and then we'll have the, probably the state at that, 1, 2, they recommended that they will be there. And then it has to be approved by central office DOT, and then we can start negotiating with the most qualified firm. It's QBS, so cost is not part of the, award to the, firm. It will be though, as part of the negotiations, so, you wanna see it?
Make sure we're, yeah.
I thought it was gonna help you.
That's, no,
That's different.
you're gonna still have 3 or 4 other meetings.
Oh, okay. Well, I just wanna spend as much time with you as I can.
Yeah, so, when we get, that portion of it,
From the engineer to the engineer.
we'll get to the point where, I'll probably do the part by email about the number of firms that we have to consider to select, and we're just gonna vote, by the committee we have to review it, and then we'll set up the interviews with the, 304. They recommend, at least 3. The reason why we're gonna probably rank them 4 to 5, 1 through 5, is that our negotiations are unsuccessful with the most qualified because we keep the best we can step in the middle, and that's, where we're trying to do it. So, but yeah, I can get the draft of that, I can ship it out, the DOT does not need to review the request for qualification. So, let's move on. Supervisor activity report, Supervisor Church.
My report's in the packet.
All right, media IT report, that's in the packet too. I have one question on that. One of the portions on there from Jen under number 1, the proposal was sent to the office with you guys for review and is awaiting approval. Please provide that to the board. We can vote to look at that too, see if, I don't know what the proposal is, but it has to do with the upgrade to a new domain through town web, going away from WordPress. So please provide that to the board. Public Works.
Not much going on. Winter time, been pretty slow so far. Everybody's got my little report. Got any questions? No? Otherwise, we'll jump right in. Part of our road program for this year, we did a writing for the AREP grant again for the second time. And we were denied again.
Yeah, I'll give you the numbers. There was 220 applications, on the second go around, for $100 million that was out there. 55 projects were awarded. 335 million was asked for, there's only 100 million there. So 25% of the project was successful, and 30% of the money was covered, so to speak. So, we were thinking that we had a really good shot, second go around, but unfortunately, a lot of people either, I don't know why they didn't apply the first time, but the second go around had 3 times the applicants of the first go around, of course, that was 50 million.
Yeah, the first go around was 50 million and they had 152 applicants.
But this, like the first time did we ask for the whole road, and this time we only asked for a third?
Two-thirds of it
And,
still, yeah. So the project actually cost went down.
right,
I don't know, I haven't looked to see, cause the last go around, most of the funding stayed in like the top third of the state, so I was hoping maybe this time around they'll funnel some more down.
I was gonna say, is there like an average project size that was approved that we should be targeting?
Well, there was 55 projects for 100 million, so it's 2 million each. And we were at 2.5.
Yeah, the first go around was just shy of 4, and it was like 365 or 385, or 3.8 million. So then we did a third of the road, so that dropped the cost down, and it was a little over 2.5.
Yeah, and according to Tom Winker from the Town Association, he's now the president of WTA. He was also on that selection committee, and a month ago I talked to him, he said, "You coming out by Christmas?" He says, "I can't tell you who got what, but he says there's one project in Walworth County, so the whole state, Walworth County only had one that was 55, and if you think about it, how many counties?
72.
72, so it's, you know, less than one per
Yeah, so
county.
it'll be interesting to see where that money went again this time.
Probably the 100% areas, they have some cheese factories that have no, good roads. And it could be it, so, okay.
They wanna, I'm not sure if this is gonna continue, there's been rumblings that this is going to continue, but I have not heard if there's gonna be any kind of money let out to do this again.
Budget time, they'll decide.
Yeah.
This is the second year they did that
And,
grant program, so.
then we did a agreement, this is part of our budget numbers between us and the town of Troy, to replace our 3-point pool mower. We have the draft of that everybody can review and get signed.
I have reviewed it, I think it's okay for the board, if they wanna move forward tonight.
Has everybody read it?
Yes. In the, Jim, this is the intergovernmental agreement for the purchase of the boom, right?
Correct.
In the first sentence in the copy I have, it says, whereas in November of 2024, the second line says, about the joint purchase of a blank with serial number of. So I think,
Until we get it, we won't, until we actually,
I know we put it in the
Purchase.
title.
Yeah.
I know we put it in the title, but
yeah,
we
until
should
we
leave
actually
a space. in
order,
there.
we won't have a serial number and all that.
No, but we didn't put a name of what we're buying in that sentence.
Right.
Boom mower.
Boom mower.
Oh, the
Right,
manufacturer.
but then it's,
Oh,
There's a
right.
sentence.
It doesn't say
It doesn't
joint
say.
purchase of a with, of a.
Right.
of a with, is our sentence.
Of a boom mower, you should say, what is
Well,
the
no,
brand
we
name?
should say the official name, because after that we say herein referred to as the boom mower.
You mentioned the brand of it anywhere in here?
It is,
And then-
What is it?
Title,
Diamond,
we have
Diamond?
yeah,
So it should say,
some of the specs.
purchase of a diamond boom mower. Okay, I see what you said, I didn't see it before. Diamond boom. Yeah. So that would be a change.
Where are you buying it from?
Mid-States Equipment in Janesville.
That's in the title.
Can't you get a, serial number?
Yeah.
Do you have one that we actually physically order? Town of Troy will not, let them order it until we get our approval.
And then toward the bottom, we refer to the cost of insuring it being equally shared. Do we have an idea of how much it is, or?
Yeah, like any other piece of equipment, but it's 50/50. The town of Troy will insure it and bill me for half. And they also include copies of the invoice from the bank.
Replacement, basically.
Replacement.
Replacement.
So we're already insuring the.
Yes.
So I'll have to get with Nick and then change that wording to be.
Here it says, the town is actually insuring, and that you will be providing the cost to the other municipality.
So
Could be the town of Troy, or?
And then reimbursement to the town of East Troy from the other municipality. This is in paragraph 2 on page 2.
Yeah, and it does say purchasing, maintaining, and insuring. So it'll be
you
a.
told me that, but if that's the case, I'll put it on our insurance and then I'll bill them half. It doesn't matter if we're small.
Reimbursement to the town municipal.
Will you get it by spring or
This 6 weeks out,
6 weeks?
but I can see if they can get a serial number by chance. If there's a way to do it, we'll try and get it.
Okay.
So I haven't changed that. They have the diamond boom mower.
Okay. Well, I think we could go ahead and approve this, I don't see what should really stop this here. Make that one change in what you're purchasing. Since you make sure that, well, we already insured one we had, but this would be a new piece of equipment we do have.
Order and purchase, can't insure something we don't
You
have.
didn't order it yet, so we really You said we're purchasing or town of Troy?
They're not going to do anything until we've approved it. he said.
Approved the
The town-
agreement, yeah.
So Troy's in order,
Yes.
so we have to approve this. We're gonna move forward.
Yeah, their town board is already approved there.
I make a motion, we approve the intergovernmental agreement with the town of Troy for the purchase and maintenance and insurance of shared Diamond boom mower.
As amended.
As amended.
Second, second discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None, motion carries.
So does that also authorize,
Actually, let them have it, we'll get it.
Uh,
Let me do it.
Yeah, contact me tomorrow, have them, and Michael to see, to rewrite that first paragraph.
Okay.
And second one, we have the composite agreement.
This one I reviewed, it is going to require a change. The insurance adjuster for the town has indicated that each municipality should provide its own insurance for liability issues that could happen at the site, and I know paragraph 4 says that the town of East Troy is just going to add the other two as additional insureds, and that can't happen.
Okay. They have to get their own.
Yes.
So that'll have to be changed. There's an extra space there in the lower end of the floor also. Is that the only change that you see in everything, is that?
Yes.
Okay. Get that in the initial, the last page. Look at that. So, there's no reason why we can't approve this one next month. Right? You're correct, yeah.
and then we'll have to resubmit it to the village, because they have.
Yeah.
Yeah, the village is actually the one that wrote this up, so.
I'm surprised they're, really good.
I don't know if their attorney actually drafted this.
Well, check.
There's a lot of, unauthorized practices law that sometimes happens with people drafting agreements.
So Jim, then would you draft an amendment just to address modify section 4, or?
Yeah, I would
rewrite
say
all-
replace
Rewrite-
that whole section.
Section 4.
Yeah, or,
Okay.
So, we're gonna have them re-sign, we're not gonna.
We're gonna have them re-sign it.
Okay.
Yeah,
we have.
redraft or whoever drafted it,
Yeah.
replace section 4 and then they can approve it and get it back to us.
Yeah, I mean, this is the same composite as the one before April, so
Okay.
this is just to get everything up and running and moving.
I'm gonna do a motion to table to next month.
I'll make a motion to table the composite agreement until February town board meeting.
Second.
Second discussion. Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None, motion carries. All right, anything, there was one other thing with this. You keep, referring to appendix B.
Exhibit.
Exhibit B, where is that?
It says they're still required.
Right.
I have exhibit A.
Okay,
B, I think, was the insurance.
well,
Yeah, and that's, we're still waiting for that,
yeah.
and that's gotta be clarified,
Yeah,
obviously.
the town of Troy, at the last meeting we had with them, and we discussed this, he said that Troy said they wouldn't sign this till they knew what that cost was in the fee.
Yeah.
And I told them what it was, cause, you know, we did it twice now, that we
Yeah.
So, we really need that one, but that would be an approximate cost for the top revenue, and then the, I guess, the quoted cost for the insurance? Or if we're saying, they all have their own insurance, you don't
Yeah,
need
they don't
that.
need that cost in there.
So the only cost would be,
A general for the cost of the program, and I'll split 3 ways instead of just 2.
right,
I mean, year to year, it's gonna change,
Sure.
depending upon how much waste you get.
what was it the first 2 years?
First year was like 1,100, this year was like 1,500.
You could probably
Not
say,
that much.
Yeah. Yeah,
anyway, 6,
but now you gotta
7,000.
split 3 ways, you're gonna be roughly $1,000
Yeah, maybe in, that section that's going to be replaced, include language that proof of insurance will be shared with the other municipalities.
Okay, we all good?
Just out of curiosity, since it's that time of year, the specific requirements of what's allowed Christmas trees?
Yep. As long as they're under 6 inches in diameter. But,
On the average, yeah.
Council said it's closed for the year, so.
Right.
Christmas trees will be much good right about it.
I think that's it, no more questions, good. Thank you, Todd.
Thank you.
Keep the snow away. All right, police report. Scott, you have a report? Chief Breck is out of town.
Enjoying the sunshine.
Good.
She provided the 2024 numbers. I think there was 10,350 calls, 653 citations, and 29 total crashes. Don't have a whole lot else to add.
Address the open house deal. You also, you guys be looking at the intersection of Stone School and Bell School for potential changes with stop sign possibly. But that's, it should be coming up in the next month or two.
School school in L or school school in Bill?
Bell School and Stone School. The T intersection where the crash was stop sign wouldn't help crash. Not
Right.
No, it was only one
120.
crash,
I think he was at county meetings and stuff as far as the Stone School one.
yeah.
That's a different, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think there was another one coming up as far as putting stoplights up on, town line PS.
Oh, yeah, there was an accident there recently.
They have quite a few,
You went right through there?
especially with school letting out and things like that.
So the county will be,
So the county did a study on that, and they're gonna be looking at, in the next meeting, talking about stop fix there.
So, I missed the January meeting, what was their report on Stone School and L?
I did not get the report,
They're
it was,
supposed to be.
School and L. Yeah, I would guess it would probably take some time to get the study done. Chief is the one that's on that committee, do not know.
okay, question? Right, thank you very much. Alright, ESD.
I have a report in the packet, are there any questions on that, report as just that?
I have a question.
Yep.
Where are we at with the sale on the old fire engine?
Hasn't, I have no report.
How do we find that out?
Right now it's,
Well, chief,
right now, I believe they're looking to put it on, the Wisconsin surplus.
okay.
But part of selling it is, part of getting rid of it is whoever buys it has to move it.
Yeah.
And that might prove to be the straw that proverbial breaks the opportunity to rid ourselves of a piece of equipment that doesn't move.
You don't know. Let's have faith.
I would like to. I would like to ask Kyle Coleman from Caesar Services to come up. Mr. Coleman, sent an email to me asking about permission to install a gas fire pit 9 feet 5 inches from the structure. As I stated in the packet, the town code does not address gas burning appliances, apparatus, I don't know what.
I call it gas fire pit.
Fire
I guess, yeah.
Okay, when I did speak with the chief, he said it was subject to town ordinances, the town does not specifically cite gas burning fire pits. The chief did say that the National Fire Protection Agency standards were what I listed, 10.11.7 for other than 1 to 2 family dwellings, no hibachi, yeah, I mispronounced that, thank you very much. Gas fired grills, charcoal grills, or other devices used for cooking, heating, or other purposes shall be used kindled on any balcony or overhanging portion within 10 feet or 3 meters of any structure. So that was what the fire chief provided me. He cited this as being purview to town ordinances, and that I went back to, my leaders and said, okay, how do I do this? I invited Mr. Coleman here to answer any questions. I did include pages 1 through 4 of the manufacturer's guide, which offers installation recommendations as well. So, Mr. Coleman.
Sure. Yeah, so, thanks for the summary, Barb, and that was perfect. So the situation I'm working on, my clients live on Dula Park Road, or Drive, and, their property, it's on the lake, so they're right up against a 75-foot setback. And so, when I read through the code a couple months ago, when I contacted the town, the 25-foot wasn't working for, our offset. And as I read further, it seemed to me, I interpreted the code to be referring more to like wood burning type of fire pits. Where gas fire pits, in our experience, are safer than a wood burning type of situation. And so, that's what initiated the contact, and, 10 feet, I think, would work for us. But then I read further into, Fire Gear, who's a manufacturer that we've used for years, and their minimum recommendation is 3 feet to combustible materials for a side setback to their products. And so, I'm just really looking for clarification, so I know what to do on this project. 25 feet, my clients won't be able to have fire pit because that pushes it right into the setback, which won't work. 10 feet will work, however, that makes the patio, quite a bit less functional for them. I would not push it to 3 feet at all, that's what Fire Gear says. Somewhere in the 8 to 9 foot would be perfect, and so again, I'm just looking for clarification. I felt what was in the code related and applied to gas fire pits, so that's one thing.
And if I might add, the difference between the gas fire pit and the regular fire pit is the gas fire pit do not produce ashes. So that does reduce the risk of a fire hazard, it doesn't eliminate it.
Correct, it's more of a control burn, I guess, versus having debris or ashes or embers thrown off unpredictably.
So the specifications that were listed, on page 4, it was in the, packet here, sidewall, what we're talking about here,
That's correct.
is listed as 3 feet, and what the NFPA standard said, according to what Barb got with the fire chief, it was 10 feet. I don't think, what we have in our ordinance doesn't address these at all. So, there's no question it has to be, amended to include that. And then the question is what would that number be? Sounds to me like it's 10 feet.
Yeah.
And if somebody has an issue with, how that works with a proposed deck or a patio, well, that can, comply with it by moving it. In some cases, you're talking a foot or two here, it's like, that can't make or break an installation. But to not know what's.
Right.
Meeting the ordinance, we have to address that. So, did the chief have anything else to say about these?
No.
No,
No, he gave me the NFPA standard and said, this is basically a town ordinance.
right. And what we have noticed here is this discussion on it. So if we decide that we want to, as a board, put on next month to authorize the attorney to go ahead and do that revision. We did this 3 years ago, 4?
Ford.
World Lake.
I think it was, the burn was before I was on board.
Oh, I thought you-
It was right before, Supervisor Wales came on with you.
Yep.
So,
Oh, we didn't approve it until after you guys were
Yeah,
on.
you were on it
because
when it was.
Supervisor Wales definitely again.
So, we've heard the data here on what we need to do, is it one, put it on the agenda for next month, and we'd like to put it on.
Yeah.
Because we have to have it.
What's the difference than my gas grill who's next to my house?
That's, yeah,
It's not permanent.
that's not a cooking, a Weber, you're saying, like a.
I could have it open. On my way.
Oh, I see,
Some of
you
my
see.
roast for marshmallows.
Yeah, I,
That are right next to, I mean, I have friends that stood on the lake, that theirs is like right next to the back door.
Cause it's
And it's-
hardwired,
Yeah, it's hard piped.
so why would it need to be 10 feet away?
whatever they, again, I heard it here
This
before.
is 25 feet, though. Read this one.
They-
The standards are as law.
That's what it's existing now.
That's the
That's
bond.
the conflict.
That down like that.
I did have one question. I just wondered if you were in contact at all with the homeowners insurers and to see if they had an opinion on this either way? Because I wondered if it wasn't at 10 feet, if they would assume that this was a greater liability or risk.
We have not contacted them as far as I know, they have not.
Okay.
That's a good question.
I was thinking insurance might have an opinion on this.
Did you contact our building inspector?
I did, yeah, and I was driving to the fire chief.
Okay.
So-
That's how I
That's where
ended
our-
up with the email.
So, we don't address it at all, I think we should address it. That's what we do, we update ordinances to meet whatever the current requirements are, that's our job. So, like I said, we can,
But if you didn't update the ordinance right now, you could technically put it in and it's legal.
No,
No.
that'd be 25 feet away.
25 feet.
I mean, can you imagine if we had to go grill 25 feet from our
Yeah,
house?
no, I just wanted a little bit of clarification.
Yeah.
and that's why,
I wanna put it on
It's a
the,
one-off, right? Have we
agenda
ever
for
come up-
next, meetings that we
So for-
can change that.
Sure.
I'll second it.
Okay.
all right, we have motion second, put that next month's agenda.
Fire
All in
church
favor?
and then fire percent.
Yep, discussion, hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, none, motion carried. Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
Michael.
you.
I appreciate you coming.
You bet.
All right, custody report, Supervisor Ray.
Unfortunately, we had to reschedule the January sixth meeting, due to two additional members, not being available, so that'll be February 3rd, and as mentioned, we have been talking about the Army Lake property, that's why we put it in the budget, working with Tim Zest, on the opportunity there. There was actually someone here on January 6th as well, who said they have been using that land as well for walking trails, so yeah, it is something that the committee is pursuing.